On the inside. There goes Kyle Busch up high in the 8. Larson sneaks his way through a little bit. He was a benefactor of that caution. There's contact between Brad Keselowski, and the round goes Chase Briscoe. Into him goes Kyle Busch. And there's a traffic jam, and Hamlin was in it. Elliott gets tagged later on around through turn 4.
Bowman was in it as well.
We got right reared after the wreck.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Bowman. That was a 24.
And then watch. He just doesn't, you know, he's coming left, the 9's coming through.
Here you go. This is the start of it. Watch the 8 car way up the racetrack, and then he and the 1 converge right here. That's where it all starts. And then Kyle Busch into the back of the 19, who was trying to get underneath the 5, and then just all these guys.
Not being as bad as they thought.
Bubba Wallace,
he's wrecked.
Big contact.
When he catches. This is a big one.
Gregson, Bowman up and into the wall, and Allmendinger collected, and more.
He was.
Well, that's the big one we didn't have last week.
That guy was late to the party.
Yeah, well, we knew that these restarts were going to continue to get more and more physical, and we saw him get into the wall, got all jammed up there off of turn 2, and Bubba
almost took flight.
Yeah, the 20.
See the flaps catch, and watch this car come up. Flaps catch and did their job, put it right back down on the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't look like from that angle that the 22 was on that back bumper, but when those cars are all jammed up and one's right there on that left rear like that, it just takes it feels like the front tires don't even work anymore with the way that the front end will take.
Side down the back straightaway.
Tires are coming at the back there, the 19.
Bell's not going away. Larson up to 3rd.
Still there, still 3 out back.
Oh, he gets loose. He spins.
There goes Bell again. Second time he spun today, racing for the lead. Caution out, 7 laps to go.
24 involved. Gregson as well. Big contact for Noah down the front straightaway. Christopher Bell drives away.
And I thought it was going to be chaos in front of him.
Through all of that, Ty Dillon jumped in front of John Hunter Nemechek. Both those drivers still a lap down, but racing for a spot in the finals of the in-season challenge. We're riding with William Byron.
Oh, now stay middle, slay low.
Logano on the inside, losing spots. Look at him back here. You don't want to be on that inside. That outside line's where you want to be. If you can't make the passes or clear to make the pass, oh, that's tight right there.
There he goes up the track, Custer, and he turns Bowman into the outside wall. They clip Briscoe, the pole sitter.
Hard hit for the 48 of Bowman, head on into the outside wall.
Suarez also a part of this accident.
Briscoe get it right there at the end. Just an absolute gigantic hit on the 48. But remember, Briscoe had that slow pit stop. We saw it live.
Yeah,
that's what had him back there. Look at this shot. Unbelievable. The amount of force, 3,500 pounds at 180 miles an hour. And then right through there, you're going to see Briscoe get turned a little bit and slide down to the left. And Byron's involved. After a brilliant day, the driver of the relay Chevy. Kim, tell us why. Tell us more.
Yeah, William got on the radio and said, I had no idea he was pitting. I had no idea he was pitting. What was he doing? So William Byron kind of scratching his head there on what that incident and what caused.
Take a look. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
No idea that he was pitting at all. Many times the spotters will signal, wave their arms, I'm pitting, and clearly no communication from up there. William Byron just had no indication he was going to pit.
Look at John Hunter Nemechek sideways down pit road. Oh, that's ugly. That is big enough to affect multiple cars and teams and a playoff driver in Chase Elliott. That's AJ Allmendinger. He had rocketed from 35th to the lead Justin Haley was one of those constants at the front in the lead pack. Damaged car. Damage for Allmendinger. Damage for Elliott. Up above him. And it was Jones into Gregson, Allmendinger, and there's more contact to come.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a lot. It was time to go. Big push from the 43 to the back of the 4. Just turns the 4. Turns him around to the left, catches the 16. He goes up and makes a really big impact. Look at the front of the field right here. 2 big hits. The 16, oh, that 7 as well.
Job driving in the mirror, doing his block. A quick move on the outside with Denny Hamlin.
Here comes the Ford to his inside. LaJoie, there'd be pushes on both sides. Custer goes to the outside.
And they crash. Hamlin gets turned into the wall.
Oh my gosh. Still green.
Custer gets to Denny Hamlin. He's at a high rate of speed. Gets on the outside, and you see they just all run out of room right there.
Man, they were going for it. Briscoe, this teammate, went to the back bumper at Hamlin as they came to the inside of him, the outside of him. They were going for it.
Gather as many points as possible in this stage in case something happens in the next stage or at the end of the race.
Whoa! Something
there
gonna
it
happen,
is.
all right.
Bell hard into the wall.
That is a huge hit. That was right there at the front. He had Hamlin, his teammate, pushing hard on the outside on the exit of turn 2. Let's see what happens here.
Christopher Bell
off the front of his front bumper, and there's a little crown on the front of those front and rear bumpers of those Toyotas, and they're much harder to push than the Fords are. And
see how that wall comes out right there? He hit that thing almost head on. That is a huge hit.
And it happens before you even know what happened. From Denny Hamlin's standpoint, you think you're just doing the right thing, and that car will just take off like Christopher Bell.
Here, Larson tried to defend. Wow, they almost come together into 3. Briscoe right up against the fence. Wallace has the inside line. Contact. Caution is out. Oh boy, Zane Smith on his side. And over.
'42. John Hunter Nemechek just drives into the left rear quarter panel with Zane. Zane climbs the wall, and gets on the left side and just rim rides it all the way around. Not sure I've ever seen that before, Steve.
No, it reminds me of Brad Keselowski decades ago at Fontana and Xfinity cars. The only time I remember, and then when it finally gets perpendicular to the asphalt, it catches in, and I can tell you those look like slow tumbles, but I guarantee inside the car those are some very hard hits. Scary situation right there.
And it says movement here. Wallace decides to go back up. Blaney sticks to that low line. It was announced today that Connor Zilic will be racing full-time in Cup, and there's a big one here. Around goes Bubba. Busch is in it as well. There's Bowman. Bowman's in the wall. Stenhouse is in there. So too Cindric. And Zane Smith.
Is it going to be this kind of night? I mean, it has gotten wild already.
Bottom, the 5's going to be outside. Now, if we freeze it right there, the 8's bottom, the 22's middle, the 23's top, but Bubba Wallace is in what would be the middle lane of the racetrack. As we roll it forward, I don't think Bubba knows he's 3 wide top because of where he is on the racetrack. He starts moving left, and then Kyle and Logano Logano has nowhere to do. He's out of the gas, and that's it. The 23 comes across the nose of the 22, but I'm with you, Jeff. I'm just not sure the 23 of Bubba Wallace has any idea there are 2 cars below him while being in the middle of the racetrack.
And can the outside organize for a big run down the back straightaway? Chase about a car length ahead as they're closing in on the 9. It's going to go up, block the top of the racetrack. Big crash.
Denny Hamlin involved.
Big
Like
crash.
Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric. This is what we talk about. Compromise track position, and you get right in the middle of it. Look at some of the big name drivers involved.
I kind of have to see how this one started.
I know that Chase was out to a pretty sizable lead, about 2 car lengths off of turn 2, and they ran him down quickly in the middle of the back straightaway.
It looked like a move was going down. Remember that yellow line at the bottom is out of bounds, so you can't really block a guy down there, but that's what it looked like. Looked like it was the 88 and a couple different.
Now they're into the fence on the outside line there. Just a lot of stack up and a lot of bumper-to-bumper contact. I'd like to see that again. So if you watch the outside line, as they all kind of catch the 9-car Chase Elliott, there's a lot of contact right there. As Christopher Buescher lifts off.
And I still think the 45 is the car with the better tires. I think he'll get Gibbs.
Oh man, he wins in the wall.
Ware's off the track.
This will be big. Does the leader take the white flag or will the caution come out? That's the decision.
He's been locking up a lot of corners I see on the TV, so he probably just got a flat spot on the left front.
To it.
This isn't the scenario that I think I would want if I was a teammate, you know, with being door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for the front.
Whoa! Against Bell into the wall.
Off of the front
of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece, and for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief.
Off the front bumper, we were talking about a lap before. Custer got to his bumper, that thing went side to side, and he couldn't hold on to it. It was one too many.
Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the backstretch after getting caught in the grass. There is Christopher Bell with the window net down. That signifies to the rescue workers that he is okay. Same with Ryan Preece.
Dancing around across the front bumper. Some more here, gets crossed up. Rest is history. There it goes. Now watch the 60 car, Preece. Bam!
Yeah, you saw the.
Gets up on the. That's wild. I've never seen a car do that. That shows how fast they go.
And they pile up behind him. This is from Eric Jones.
Oh.